And we are back live here in Chicago, guys. This is Laverne and Shay. And we just want to welcome you to this world of fascination that we have. And it's our opinion, and we feel free to share it. And we do. Our voice is raspy, so you'll hear it go up and down. Someone has been attacking my voice for years. And so I'm trying to get it back. I try not ever escalate it or, strain it because I'm forever trying to keep it as clear as it was when I was younger. And I didn't have all of these issues with my throat. They did say it was thyroid, so your throat can close, literally. Especially if you eat certain things or do certain things, it can close. It will attack itself, and so your voice may not come out as clear. And I'm not interested in doing the extra stuff to make it clear because there's people constantly saying you're too loud. You're making too much noise. So I tend to talk softly, and it's not because I want to, but literally I'm put in these positions where I'm always told to restrain myself. So I absolutely am more bubbly. I'm absolutely more outgoing and louder, but I'm always constantly put in situations where I feel or people they make me feel like someone's listening and taking what I'm saying and putting it somewhere else making money, or that I'm disturbing someone's peace and I need to be quiet. So here we are. Saturday, it's about 12:30 p.m. here. It's pretty quiet so far. Normally it's noisy people with cars for no reason, just making noise, people screaming, hollering. I mean, it's Chicago, but it's peaceful today. I'm shocked. I've heard a few kids here hollering, but nothing major that would make you feel like, oh my God, I have to call 911. Just working your nerve, right? So what I was thinking is how people want the admiration of people, like a God power admiration, but they're selfish. They only act on a selfish impulse. What I think, what I feel, my emotions, how I see it, what I believe. And it's like God is detached from that. He just is. Because he doesn't want us to pursue our own little brain power to make decisions. He wants us to follow his spirit, his lead, walk after him, his examples, right? And a lot of people don't do that. They learn from experience, their parents' life, and they develop these ideas that God wants to challenge. So here's an example. Just say I have money. Not a big deal, but people make it a big deal. I don't know why, but it happens. And I'm sitting so far on the side of people that are detached from God that I feel everything I do is attached to something or someone. And I never really get the revelation that I'm actually attached to the universe, to the creator of all things that I consider something that people need to respect me for. When people are not interested in things per se, although people expect them to be. Some people are literally plugged into a spiritual source of being, period. And in doing so, they invest in people. They understand that's the true commodity. That's the true currency. Humans, not sex trafficking, not human trafficking. So that's the demonic part. But the actual well-being, wow, the well-being of others, the welfare of others, the caring and sharing of others. See, objects can't give you love. They can't give you God. They can represent. They can perform as God, but they're not. We are. We're the humans in this equation. We are the true currency. We're the balance. But people are off balance because they're giving too much to objects. Now, so again, if I am worshiping the money that I have, if I'm worshiping the power that this money gives me, which is God, and I'm parading around, look at my power, look at this object, give me admiration, look at this. But it's not helping me or helping you. You don't care about me having that power. It's not helping me. And now I guess I'm supposed to, what is the word? Vie. Is that the word? For your attention. I'm supposed to beg you to pay me attention. I need to check all your checks and balances to be in your little world. It's very small. It has to be because you're projecting objectivity, objects. Look at my car, look at my house, look at my ability to do this, that, and the other. Worship me, see me is great. And it's like, if you don't see the value in me and I have to do all that jumping through these loops of hoops, then don't nobody care about that. No one with the brain, but see, because, okay, so dating sites. I see a lot of men that will say they have railroad jobs. And a lot of women will say, oh, that's a good pension. Oh, that's a good retirement. Oh, he gets a good check. That's a good job. And they will pursue this man, whether they're qualified or not. Because we don't know what this man wants. He just basically put it out there that he's an object king. He makes a lot of objects. Okay. He makes a lot of money. And naturally, women want security. We ain't digging for no dirt, for real. We're not digging for sand or shells. That's cute. We want to live comfortably, especially if you have a family. So you may overlook a lot of things about this man that did tell him that you were valuable beyond the money he made. You're more valuable than the money. You are a human being. And yes, you did choose him, and hopefully he will choose you. But again, when men are voicing, look at how I can change your life. Look at me. This is what I have. This is who I am. And then they keep attracting these gold diggers. They're mad. And they have all these bad experiences of women that didn't connect to them the way they wanted. And it wasn't that the women were not alert to their cotton king power, but that's all he was projecting, objects. He didn't project himself as something valuable. He didn't project himself to have the quality of love and welfare and value for human life. He made it very clear, look at my good job. Look at how much money I make. Come chase me. That's what he did. So when women come on, and not necessarily chase them because of money, but that's what you put out there. So now that you're attracting maybe even true love, you're worried about if they're just there to get what you got. And I think you're worried about the wrong things. First of all, you shouldn't be standing from a place of putting out here that you want women to chase you. Why would you? That's just like me going to a poor area and visiting the ATM every day at 5 p.m. or any area. And everybody can see I'm flashing gold. I'm flashing what I do for a living. I'm flashing how much I make. I'm showing you things at my house. I'm showing you things that I do. Who do you think you're going to attract? People that like things. And they really could like you. But because you're putting it out there, most of your experiences are of those that just simply want things. I mean, they may really like you, but naturally, we all want to experience not poverty, prosperity. And that's why it should be for everybody. But again, and that's all you put it out. I met a few guys and they would say how they have good jobs and they would reach out. Hey, what's up? Hi. How are you? And we would go back and forth like friends. Whatever, we're human. Don't everybody gel. I said, you're posting that you have this job and you're showing these things that you have, cars and things like that. And that's great. I said, but does it ever dawn on you that you may be attracting women that are looking for just things? Or that you just, that you have a good job? That's something you should tell someone after you get to know them. Otherwise you may attract a lot of gold diggers. But I think, again, when men do that, that's what they want. But then they want to play victim when that's what they get. That's what I think. Because there's people out here that are completely pretty much sold off from childhood. I'm talking about Chicago. I can't talk about the folks from Armenia or wherever when their moms or dads pimp them out and then say, hey, I'm a cash king or queen. I don't know. But what I'm saying is there are people that's looking for love, but they're only producing or kind of parading that they have a lot of objects. And people like objects. I don't care who you are. I'm humble. I don't need a lot to survive. I don't. Okay. I'm grateful for whatever God does. I'm not grateful when men do stuff because they're stupid. Some people should have been trillionaires and more. People that could literally help anybody get to where they need to go without the stipulation of serve me, worship me, and check all my boxes. If someone needs something, that doesn't have anything to do with your dingling or your senses or spidey senses. Somebody needs shoes. Someone needs somewhere to live. That has nothing to do with your feelings, except God gave you that unction. So let's go here again. Let's go deep. And I used to think, well, nobody's listening to this. It's too much. These old slow-minded folks of God is study saying, no, put it out there. Because we need to delve into the intricate parts of these people that are wicked and they don't even notice it. So let's go back into this. There was a man that I grew up with. And to me, this was a hero. This person never gave me a problem. They stood as a role model, a father figure, a father figure. Okay, we're not talking about nobody that was, but just someone that you could see and go, oh wow, right? To me, as a kid, we had various things that we wanted during certain times of the year. They were always there if we needed them, or at least me. I can speak for myself. Advice, conversation. I didn't do a lot of that because this was not a parent of mine in my home or group, but it was a figure. Okay. So I would never see this, because this person wanted to present themselves to one group as sugar daddy, big daddy, but to another group, tossing money, tossing pennies and coins. Get it, dogs. No matter who these people were, family, grand family, didn't matter. I heard, I don't know, this person would throw things at them like they were dogs, and they would just pick it up like, we need that, oh, we need these coins, kids or adults, and people would scoop it up like, yeah, get it. And to me, see, that's not a nice person. And even if you have it and you're withholding it, I understand why some men do that, when they're cocky and they think they have so much. I would say that person died horribly, but maybe lonely. I don't know. But my point is, why would you be mean to people? Why would you have them jump through loops and hoops and withhold things that you could do that would not hurt you because they didn't do something you liked? Now, disrespect, I think when you get to a certain level in life and somebody needs something, you get over the disrespect. You don't see it that way. You actually see this person as just a very in-need person. And they're checked out maybe due to their depravity. So they may say and do things that seem disrespectful, but if you're in the moment, you will understand they're being guarded. They're not trying to be disrespectful. Now, you got some monkeys out here. They got mental problems for sure. But there are interactions in life where people are talking from a place of pain. It ain't got nothing to do with your wealth, your money. This person that would come to one group and they will withhold from maybe the adult people, but they would kind of dry nice to the kids in that group. But then when it came to a whole nother group, this group had been in the streets. This group had hardships. They had been exposed to things. And it could have been this person's fault. Now, no one is obligated to take care of other people. But again, when you have and are acquainted with God's love, you don't do things from a place of, well, I feel like, you don't deserve it, so I won't help you. That's the reason why they're out there. No one felt they deserved it, and they did. This was a young mother with children, and she fell on hard times, and this was this man's daughter. And he just left them cold-heartedly out there, from what I'm getting. And so they did run into people jumping on them, beating on them, doing bad things. The children were exposed to things that affected our group to this day. It affected our group, our family. and caused a big old rift because the adults were not mature enough. They just weren't. They were in their early 20s. They were having a good 1970s, 1950s time, meeting new men, doing new things. And it was just a new time in life. You're in your 20s, you're away from home, a whole nother state, you're living your life, you're meeting new city slickers. These city slickers are not necessarily nice, but they're meeting you, they like you, and you have kids with them, you already have some kids, and they're not nice, but again, they're coming through as the sugar daddies, the big daddies. So you're like, okay, I'll take a chance. They seem to have good wealth, good stuff. They got friends, I want to be the main friend, and the man probably chose this lady. But his kids were in poverty while he playing Big Daddy Kane. So him leaving them out there and not seeing to them having a place that was safe. And I don't know the story. Maybe he did offer them something and they burned it down or had some crackhead activity going on and got kicked out. I don't freaking know. But the story goes that they were in poverty while this person was living it up. So here you are, me and some good kids, and he's like, okay, I'll invest in this over here. Not the little trashy alcoholic street kids that are called mine. They're ruthless. I don't want it. So putting over here, these kids of theirs mixed with us. And so these are like / aunties, uncles. And they're like, oh, hell no. Why they get all the nice stuff? Why they seem like they living it up? Don't know the whole story. Don't know the whole story at all. Didn't care to because they were children and their moms were not able to really function on a good level. So the kids were bitter. They were like, oh, we going to go wreck something. So they were deemed ready on demon time to cause me problems, anybody else. Now, unbeknownst to everybody, again, these kids had their own experiences from them streets, being vulnerable out here, sexual predators, whatever. So if they mix with us, now we're being exposed to sexual content that we don't know anything about because they didn't have a place to stay and Miss Glorious offered a space. And these people literally came in like a wrecking ball and changed the whole thing. And everybody's looking at me like it's your fault. Yep. And this is why some of you guys are looking at this whole situation like, well, what did she do? Well, what did she do? What did she do? Nothing. I was a kid. But because these other kids came in that were slightly older than me and my mama, they brought in the element of the streets. So if they watched porn on TV and they found the channels that expose that stuff, then they're over here in this house with us watching it. We don't know nothing about that. So now we're looking like, what is this? What is that? We're curious. We're kids. Nobody's watching us. Everybody's probably hunching and hanging out, drinking, having a good time while we are exposed to these little demon kids, period. And they're showing us all this stuff that we don't know. All because, for whatever reason, the grandfather of these people didn't provide for them a safe place. Now, why do you say, why is it his job? If I have children out here and I see them struggling, there's no absolute way in the world I will be so hard-hearted over anything they do that I would let them struggle unnecessarily. I would do everything possible to get them on the right track and self-sufficient so that they can float on their own. I would show them, which I did do before they left me, how to make it out here. And if any demon blocked them out of their own greed, stupidity, curiosity, or own selfish, greedy, stupid reasons, may God deal with you. And I'll leave it right there. So being exposed to that kind of changed the dynamics of our family, and everybody looks at me crazy. And it's like, I was a kid too. And it's like, they don't see it that way. They see me as some big bad monster that everybody must pursue. And over the years, anything I say and do has been demonically monsterized, basically. And that's fine with me. I can't help these people and their mental problems and their social issues that they need to address professionally and spiritually. And they're so far gone, they are really in demonic mode. Like they really feel like we need to roll that bitch over. We need to roll on up out of here. So I am isolated a lot. I am attacked a lot. I am set back a lot, and I think they're probably doing it to my daughters. And they do know people and places that they should not, and they have ran that story for a very long time, probably 47 years now. I'm 51, I'm tired. And it doesn't stop. It gets worse and worse and worse over the years. And now here we are. Me talking, I have no social media uh, uh, exposure. It's not because of me. It's because they have deemed me dead. I'm a monster. I should not be heard. And again, so if you're presenting yourself as a man, as a cash king, and you're not seeing the hearts and the needs of people like myself, I've wronged no one. Okay? And I'm being ostracized. I'm being attacked. I'm being separated from my family unnecessarily as if I'm some science project. And then you have this, I want to say clown standing there. Hey, only if you meet my needs shall I possibly honor your presence with mine. Keep it. Keep it, bucko. Okay? Well, how would you get through if I don't show up? God showed up years ago. Well, he told me that I can get to heaven. All I needed to do was to allow him to cleanse me through his son Jesus, and that I will see eternal life. You can't offer that. I will live again. So despite all the clowns down here that feel they're winning, bothering me and my kids, harassing us and isolating us and playing games like we need to beg somebody for anything, keep your shit. Because you need to recognize that God didn't give you that to boss people around and use your authority or your little power that God gave you temporarily as a needs to bully people, to harass people, or act like they need to kiss your shoes and meet some needs and check some boxes for them to be in your presence. Stay in your box. No, thank you. Like I said, a real man, a real woman, when they see a need, they meet it. And that's just what it is. It's what it is. And we ain't calling out no one person. As a global humanity, if you see someone in need, it would not hurt you at all. It would actually help you to reach out and say, I got you. It wouldn't take none from you selfish people. Well, that's not our job. But what are you here for? What are you here for? If you could sit up high and look down your nose at someone else, keep it. Nobody wants your booger sessions. Keep it. Keep the snot to yourself. Okay? That's cool. Because ain't nobody jumping through loops and hoops that got a brain, and you shouldn't want it. I'll say it again. There's men on dating sites, and they're constantly, oh, I got a good job. I got a Mercedes. I got a this and a that. Then the gold diggers come out. The gold diggers come at night. They all out, hey, hey. And then you're going, scratching your butt. How come? That's what they wanted. They wanted the women to chase them. They wanted to feel like they was doing something in life, and this was just a little small token of, look at me, I made it. See? Look at me. They chasing me. They sweating me. They want to be with me. Now, look at all these people that actually need a good husband. See? You ain't working on that. Oh, a man that needs a good wife. You're not even looking for that. You're looking for a puppet. Go build one. Go build one with the exact replica of what your brain cells are telling you, because you're looking for an object. You're not looking for an experience. You're not looking for a human. You're not looking for a real relationship. You're not looking for love. You're not. You're out here campaigning. I got something you want. Do what I think you should, and you might just make it into America's next top puppet. Get away from here. Go on somewhere. Nobody interested in none of that. Ain't nobody auditioning for shit. You got it, give it. You don't want to give it, get on. Okay? There you go. I would rather sleep on the floor in the ground than been playing these games with these people. People need to learn, once again, that objects do not yield love. If you want to find love, you need to stop looking. You need to find God. There you go. And God is going to lead you to the correct connection that's not based on stats and feelings and what I think and how I feel and when I see it and when I notice it. And, oh, baby, I'll jump off of social media altogether. Because again, I'm not an object. I'm not auditioning for anything. I'm not. I'm who I am. I'm always going to be that. Can I get better? Yes. Can I change? Yes. Can I learn something new? Yes. Can I adapt to something new? Yes. Can I heal from things I've been through? Yes. Absolutely. But the core of who I am, telling the truth, being who I am, doing what I do, that's what you're always going to get. Now, I'm understanding I can't say everything I want to say, although I do it anyway. I'm working on it. I am. I'm working on it. But in the meantime, you do you and I'm going to do me. And I don't think I'm doing anything wrong as far as I can see. Now, I'm not self-righteous. I can be. We all can be. We all want to be right. We all want to be protected. We all want to act like everything we say is golden. I know everything I say ain't right. And I be up here recording real hard. And then I be thinking, you could come up missing. But you did tell the truth. So sometimes I'll block it till later, especially when it's hot. You know, things get hot. You can't be in the pot stirring up stuff. People got them hot grits. They get you. Yeah, gotta let it cool down. Cool down. Then bring it out. Bring it out later. Cool out. Right? It's heated right now. There's a lot going on in the world. A lot going on in the world. So, word to the wise. Reach out and touch somebody's hand to make this world a better place if you can. Don't be reaching out with your feelings because ain't nobody interested. I'm not. Don't reach out because you just felt something down in your shondo. Baby, I felt it back in 1974. If it's taking you all this time to figure out who the frick I am, don't even keep looking. Go on by your business. Because all I can tell you is just do it. It ain't finna change. If that's what you saw the first time, that's what it is. You can't figure it out from now. Walk on by. I couldn't care less. All right? That's the truth. Ain't nobody gonna be sitting up here auditioning for ish. Okay? I'm not the next top American model of anything. But a role model, yes. Okay? It doesn't change. Yes, we get excited. Yes, things that are new causes people to not know how to react. So for you to be having all them little check boxes of don't do this, don't do that, and if you do this, then I'll feel it. I mean, keep the shit. Keep it to your goddamn self. Go find a robot that don't have human emotions. We all have human emotions and we should be able to experience that. We're human. We get excited. We feel proud about things. We do try and switch things up to upgrade. We don't have no manual on this stuff except the Bible. So you and your checks boxes, we gonna jump up. We're gonna get excited. We're gonna get haughty at times. We're gonna get snappy and witty. We're gonna doubt things. So again, go build that robot. Because we're human. And we do all the elements of humanity. Mad, sad, confused, elevated, prideful. And we just got to regulate again. Well, if you do this, well, I can't do that. And I'm going to feel, I don't F your feelings. Okay? You need to go with the spirit. That's all I can tell you. Because feelings do change. Feelings are faulty. And sometimes you can't read them right. You're not no God barometer. Trust me. So I suggest, if you think that's what you saw, that is what you saw. It ain't no trick. Don't doubt it. Go with it. Lean in. If it ain't that, then go on by your business. But don't miss your opportunity to be God's next top recipient of his love. That's all I can tell you. We is who we is. We gonna be that. All of it. All the crazy, southern, missing tooth craziness. Can we change our teeth? Yes. Can we change our personality? Yes. But can we change the core of the truth of who we are? Anything can be changed. But authenticity, yes. You can get off track. We can stop being real. Absolutely. But guess what? Some of us not interested in it. Because God won't let us be. It just won't let us hold our peace. What is this, you say? What is this? What is this? That makes me feel inside. What is this? Right? Makes me want to run off in Jesus' name. Whatever it is, it's the Holy Spirit. That's what some of us have, the Holy Spirit. and we have to nurture it. We have to keep it. It's the authentic God gospel truth. That's what we were taught. That's what we believe. That's what we feel. That's how we live and move. Does that change? Yes, it can. But again, when that godly man or woman connects with you, they understand that it's also their obligation to help you maintain. That's the difference. When you say you know the universe and you know God, you have to understand the checks and balances of meeting someone else and connecting with them. We all have emotions and irregularities. It is each and every one of our jobs to help people check and balance. That's what I do. Y'all mad? Check and balance. It's time for y'all to get out on these Saturdays or these little off days and go get some sandwiches and take it to them folks out there in them tents instead of sitting up there talking about your nails and somebody else's business. See? Talking about a car when there's a person with no legs in a wheelchair. Will it help you to go get that person a wheelchair that's motorized? I just met a man at Oak Park, right off the expressway. White, beautiful man, probably in his 30s. And he's in a wheelchair during the winter, trying to roll his wheels. And I'm still trying to understand, why are we still in these 1902 chairs where you still have to roll it with your hand with all this junk outside? Dog doo-doo, people throwing up, spitting everywhere. And these people are still having to roll those funky young wheels. I've thought of several ideas to help them, inventions. I've wanted to present them to different organizations for development. Places that actually help you invent your idea, invent help and all that. But I did a doggy leash idea, and I look up and somebody tried to put it on the market. Very close, but it ain't the one I did. They still ain't got the concept. Ha ha, because it wasn't for you. But he tried. As soon as I told him, oh no, he said, well, what is the idea? And I told him over the phone, I don't think none of it. And he did. He went and produced it, jerk. Well, if you send us a replica, we could, See, no, I never did. But I got it in my head. It's nothing new, but it's not here. I don't see nobody use it. So my point is, I thought of several models, and I'm sure y'all gonna try and do it too, because y'all are copycats. Several ideas for wheelchairs of people that are, and I had some rubber gloves. I'm like, sir, can I give you these gloves? Oh my God. It is so icy out here and it's cold. It's so brisk. And you up here trying to push your chair, and he rejected me. No, thank him. And it hurt my feelings, so I'm stupid. And I had to repent because I know I made him feel bad. He probably went home and cried and probably still do, like, I'm going to learn how to walk after this. I don't know. But I was like, oh, that is so sad. Oh my God, I'm evil. I know, just a little bit. Just a little bit. But I was mad he rejected my gloves because I'm looking at his hands. He was really struggling. And it's cold. I don't know why they don't wear. Or they probably can't feel the cold. But still, it could make you sick if your legs are cold like that, right? If your legs are that cold and you have a blanket or maybe some type of, there you go. I'm just getting all these ideas about people that have to be exposed to the elements in a freaking wheelchair, and nobody gives a damn in 2025. It's amazing. It is amazing. Would it hurt somebody to randomly, when they get their little chump change of billions of dollars, to go out and create chairs that are motorized, that have like a windshield over it where they can pull it from the back over to the front to cover them from the elements? How can I help you? No, I didn't. And so I'm like trying to figure it out. And so I just gave y'all an idea. Motorized chairs that have a motor in it where they can control it from the inside, but it has like a covering where they can, when they sit down, pull it from the side and lock it over. Or they can push a button and it, like a, what do you call it? Like a, oh Lord, the cars with the roofs. Yeah, that convertible. It could just come over them and cover them from the elements, like wind and snow. And it should be durable enough for them to still breathe naturally, but not get wet. At the bottom, the back, the sides, or the front, or the top. Okay? And it should be adjustable for their size. I'm just saying. They should not have to be out here in this weather. And there should be some type of fixing of the sidewalks so they're not necessarily, or maybe they can use bike lanes. I don't freaking know. Should these cars have some type of licensing because it has a little motor? I say no, because they're already struggling financially, most likely. Most likely, not necessarily. But humanity, Jesus. So I think that's nice. But they can still see out so they can check sides, you know, so they can, like a car almost. I'm just saying, because it's just crazy to me. We're still in these 1808 chairs for people that are sick or can't use their legs. So long story short, thank you for joining me, guys. It's been 36 minutes. I say be more compassionate versus showing your capacity, because naturally everybody wants to be cared for. I don't care who you are and what your walk of life is. But if you're producing objects as your main attraction, that's what you will attract. But if you're showing compassion, that's probably what you would attract. So maybe you should stand in the front versus throwing all of what you do in the front. So again, men on dating sites, oh, I got this good job and I do this and I do that. You're looking for the gold diggers. Here they come. If you want something more, you need to put in front how you are humane, how you are kind, and how you are generous when you're dating. But a lot of people aren't. They're so consumed with objects. They just are. So, see, this is where God comes into your life and he shows you love, which is what I do. It's not a sexual thing, which is why, if you guys know my story, they wanted this hardcore little demon Cash King to be mean to me, but he actually experienced the love of God. So he got confused. He was like, wait a minute. He actually, I felt when he started to love me. And it wasn't that it was sexual. It was more or less like, this is a really cool girl. She's just really cool. I can't believe it. She's a really nice lady. I cannot be mean to her. I cannot. They're going to have to force me. They're going to trick me. They're going to put me on a witch spell or something, some drugs or something, because I'm nice. I mean, she's nice. And I'm nice. And I just cannot. So they did put him under some spell or something wicked. And this fool was on demon time. And I was like, now, see, if you're going to play with the devil, God going to send you all his energy. Now, you better make sure you committed. He was committed. So, hey, that check you going to get. That's why I'm bothering people. The only thing I can give you is the gospel truth. You are a cottonhead and you need to open your heart. So what is that? The 10 man? He ain't got no heart? Ding, 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 ding. Some of y'all need to go get a heart. You need to stop worrying about money. You need to stop worrying about your car and your job and your this and your watch and your this and your body size and how many women you pleasure and spreading yourself all over the world. Listen. You need to find God. God is going to show you the love that you need, which is what I do. I've met women, I'm trying to tell you, they will be hardcore mean. And they keep watching and watching and watching, cameras and all. And now they're trying to say that she like you. She got a crush on you. I will fall in love with me too. I'm adorable. I don't bother anybody. I'm here for your benefit. I'm here for your growth. I'm here to see you win. I'm here for your positivity. I'm here for you to see God and peace. You mad? Because I said, you evil demon. You're an evil demon. You are an evil demon. You shouldn't be that way. You need to get your heart broken down. You need to have your spirit changed. And you need to meet God. You need to have faith in your creator, not in the creation. Money is a creation of God. It was a witty idea and invention that someone created because God gave them the unction. Y'all wanted money, he gave it to you. We already had food. We had land. We had the ability to get off the streets. We didn't have streets back then. And you guys wanted money anyway. We had everything here. Everything. Greedy, fat, spoiled kids living and coming and going. No schools, no nothing. All you have to do is listen to the land and listen to God. That's it. Now you got industrial this, industrial that, this, all these demands. Life is hard, ain't it? We didn't have all that. We had very simple stuff. Love God, make love, love everybody. That was so simple. Take care of the earth, take care of each other. Simple. Now all this other stuff with all these distractions and stresses and needs and people committing suicide because y'all done too much. Life is simple. God is love. He wants us all to experience it. But we're so bombarded with the money. There was no money before. Like I said, if we had corn, you brought back cotton. You had cotton when you came through. We took it and we gave you corn. Simple. You had minerals. We gave you corn. Simple. You had minerals. We had cotton. You got the cotton. We got the minerals. So simple. Everybody felt even. We was cool. We come back through. Hey, what's up, good buddy? We're headed over to the Mesopotamians. We're going to get some Aztec flour or something made from corn. Like they'll come pick up the corn and make flour or something. For like talc, TALC, I don't know. Corn talc powder. And people use it to dry maybe different sores and put it with the minerals and the different herbs and spices to heal. And you got that and you took it over there and they brought it back and made it meal, and you took it to other places as salve. You added your own herbs and spices as a base or as the main ingredient for the healing, the salve. And then some people took it as an import export back over to Africa, or Africa sent that. And everybody was satisfied and everybody was in their respectful places and people roamed the world. No problem. You give me this, I give you that. Hey, good friend, we're just passing through. Good. Here's some meat. Here's some food. Stay the night. Okay. All right. See you next time. Go on up the street on over to Mexico somewhere. I don't know. And go down there and do whatever they do. What's it got? Mexican bananas and fruit and vegetables, whatever. And y'all do y'all trade and everybody go be happy. Bartering. Now people are hoarding everything. Cash cakes. Who got the most? That's what you want everybody to love. The cotton itch hole. Because if you're looking for a more in-depth experience in life, you're going to have to see the value in humans, not objects. Or just go build yourself a robot to do everything you want. Hey. Because I am a woman of all of the emotions. And I plan to experience them all. Being mad, angry, prideful, joyful, jealous, envious. But again, it is our jobs to help each other regulate. Like now, I don't see people reciprocating. It ain't my job. But God said, no, tell them they're selfish. They need to go and visit some shelters or build some and take those people blankets. And take those people food. Or start creating blankets so those people can have blankets in their homes. Why don't they have a home? Why aren't people investing in housing, real estate? Why is that hard? Maybe in their local area to just build a building that literally, maybe for 2 years, get people off the street. And in the process, go and find people or build an organization that help people get ready for work. Those that need social assistance, such as drug rehab, which we all have been through most likely, then let them keep their things there until they finish rehab and let their families dwell there until they get back. What's wrong with that? So while they're being treated, their state medical treatment is free. Why not have the family members that need help from substance abuse go and you're okay? You sneezed? Your nose running? Go get some tissue. Or wipe your nose on your shirt. I don't know what to tell you, child. Yeah, while they're getting ready to come back into population, let their families dwell in those properties. 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 6 months, 3 months. And when they come back, these kids are already in school. They're on a routine. They're being fed. They're fine. They're being watched. They're being treated well. They have a tip. It should be a school inside the darn building, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe that's it. One side is for housing, or maybe you should mix it. The other side for the schools, the medical, the treatment. Yeah, maybe the treatment should be across the street so they can still be with their families daily. But sometimes you do need to move people away from the family dynamic if it's that serious and let them. I would say if they're going to stay within treatment for 30 days, 3 months, 6 months, maybe a year, depending on the severity, right? Then maybe it should be in the same building so they can still kind of come and interact with the kids or the family. Maybe under supervision, sort of. And if the family says, no, they don't need to be around us right now, they still a little wacky, then if there's no counseling going on, yeah, maybe keep them a little closer, maybe. But talk to the person too, because if the family is the reason why they're in rehab, I don't care if it's the wife and the kids, then maybe they should spend that year away and decide if that's what they want to do going back to the family. Because, I mean, if the family don't want the person there, why is that person going back? So maybe they should have their own unit at some point. But it is a process. I know that's deep. That's why people don't get involved. There's so many layers to trying to help people. I get it. But that's what I'm for. I got the time and energy to figure out all of that kind of stuff. That's why I want to do the housing thing. Because there's intricate parts that I can kind of discern when something is off in a dynamic. Like I can see right now, and I'm not trying to be funny. Please don't take it personal if y'all watching my stuff. There are mothers that are pimping their kids at all ages right now, even adult kids. It's ingrained in them, and it did make them successful. And yes, it hurt, but they got through it. And it's like, I won't do it again. And I'm kind of grateful that you made me do it because it did bring us all this stuff. But darn, you can go to hell if you don't now get that Jezebel spirit off. Because that girl will give you energy, Lord. She will give you energy and stamina to get through. Which is why some people like the little demon dolls. Because they are spiritually equipped with demons enough to withhold the demonic activity of the man with these irrational sexual drives. Lord have mercy. She will put some super on your natural, but it's bad. It can send you to hell or make you sick. In the head or body, both. So long story short, we have to regulate each other. Hey, you being selfish. Hey, you being lazy. Hey, you need to get on your game. Let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you. Let me show you. Versus, let me just see if I see what I need to see in order for me. Hey. It works or it doesn't. It's not going to change. It's what it is. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. But you're going to have to step out and stop being scary, little tin man. I'm just trying to figure it out. If I only had a heart. Or is it a brain? Which one is it? If I only had a what? The tin man had a what? He didn't have what? Scarecrow, tin man, lion. Which one was the tin man? He didn't have what? What didn't he have? Okay. So the lion, then it wasn't the one that didn't have courage. He didn't have courage. The tiger, he didn't have what? No, the tiger didn't have courage. What the frick are we doing? Hold on. Tin Man, the lion, and the scarecrow. I'm visiting. All fictional characters. The Tin Man didn't have what? The scarecrow didn't have a brain. The lion didn't have courage. And wasn't there a tiger? Is it raining? Wow, it is. Gotta let the window down. I feel rain on me, and I'm not that close to the Lord have mercy. Tin Man didn't have what? A heart? I don't remember. I know he was crying. He was real squeaked up. But he took a chance to go with Dorothy, didn't he? He found that he had it anyway. See, he did have everything he needed because he started to care about somebody. Started to care about Dorothy and Toto. Isn't that nice? God is so good, guys. Thank you for joining me for my little session of that. And until next time, stay tuned because I'll be back. You know me. You know me.